Alright guys, back here at Game On, and this time we got my boy Victor. And Victor has been playing the Spice for the last few weeks now, and he's been doing really well. He got 3rd place today.
Yep.
And I played him round 1, and I was his only loss playing Ishizu Tearlament, so and he actually put up a good fight. So this deck is just formidable.
It's dumb.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
It is dumb.
Tell us about it, Vic.
Okay. What we got, of course, we're playing Lair of Darkness. So, definitely play 3 Lilith. 3 Lilith will always be in there. Your terraforming, which would be, we got Amara, the Wicked Wanderer. Warden.
Warden, yeah. It's got just discard his card, add Lair.
Yes, and also his effect actually comes relevant. He can tribute himself to draw a card, but if he tributes any other dart to actually use his effect, you can add a dart monster with 2,000 or more defense from your hand. And the funny thing about this is you can add Darkness Diablos, and on resolution, Darkness Diablos will check and then special summon itself. So.
And the first one you played Lilith, that's just the grab traps.
That is just, everyone knows what Lilith has been used in every deck but her own. So
this is our own deck.
then we have the Lair one-ofs.
Ooh, just one?
These actually can, if this is tributed, she can actually search out any monster with attack and defense equals 2,000 from the deck to the hand. So her first effect is when she's normal summon, you can target any lady in the grave and special summon it onto the field.
Oh, okay.
Her secondary effect is you can banish a trap to special summon her, and she's 2,000 defense, which does line up with 2 of your traps. So that's her. And if she's tributed, she can actually just search any of the ladies for follow-up plays. Loris.
That's a newer one.
She is the newer one. Her effect is pretty much you can target 3 to 6 of your normal traps that are banished or in the grave and place them at the bottom of your deck. And if you do, draw 1 card for every 3 you put in.
Yep.
So that lets you draw cards, but also if another monster is tributed or if a normal trap is sent to your grave by opponent's card effect, except during damage step, you can target 1 normal trap card in your grave and set it, and you can only use her effect once per turn.
So she's a grindy card.
Yeah, but she works well with her because she can banish the special summon, and then you can just keep doing. And Trap Trick also fuels that. That's one Trap Trick fuels her whole effect. Darkness Diablos, when a dark is tributed, he special summons himself either from a hand or grave. Okay. He
can't be targeted, right?
He cannot be targeted. He cannot be tributed either. So there are some decks that try to tribute him off as cost. Against Flunderees, this is literally my winning card. Then, now for the power that is this deck, we're of course running 3 Magma Hunts. The new Bystial, strangely enough, these actually contribute to all my virus cards. They are 2,500 attack and 2,000 defense. Every single virus card can be activated on any of these Dark Dragons.
This one's the Searcher.
This is the Searcher, Magma Hunt. When it's you banish Light or Dark, it can be your own. Quick effect if your opponent controls a monster. Anytime it's special summon, it searches at the end phase. So most of the time, for most decks, I search for Druid Swarm. Same effect, other than when he goes to the grave, he can send a special summon monster to the grave. So the wonderful thing about this, even if I tribute this as cost for the virus, it sends a special summon monster to the grave. So you get a 2-for-1 deal out of this.
I love that card, especially with the Branded Beast.
Yep. And of course, we have the Oddball Child and the Blueberry Loud.
Thoughts on increasing the quantities of these?
If I could afford a second one, I might, and I might actually play another engine. But as of right now, this just puts in work. And also, because this tributes a dark dragon to special summon it, it actually helps get Darkness Diablos out from your hand or grave.
That's
So
nice.
this then special summons itself, and you get a Darkness Diablos out of the trade.
That's
So
pretty beast.
that's,
Pretty
of course, we're definitely running that because we're a trap heavy deck, and people like to lightning storm us a lot. And even then, this can set, while it's revealed, you cannot destroy my set Speller Traps, which has come up twice. I got Feather Dustered, and I was like, that's fine. And he's like, aren't they destroyed? I said, no.
And it stops you from you can't do any spell and trap, right?
Set Spell and Trap. So my Lair will always be popped, but my traps are what important. Funniest thing, this is a dart with 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. So these can set any spell or trap. So I can search for any of my floodgates, any of my traps, any of my one-of metaverse to set it so I can activate it next turn. And it is a 3,000 body. And a funny interaction, I do have Skill Drain put in my side. This can go under Skill Drain.
Yeah.
Because it all resolves in one take, so I'll have a 3,000 monster, Skill Drain, and I get to set whatever I want. That is for the monsters. Of course, the powerful card that everybody hated today, Lair of Darkness. Anybody who's ever played this deck knows what this effect is. For people who don't know, once I activate this card, all monsters on the field are dark. Also, it has a once per turn effect that if I would tribute one of my monsters for any of my effects, I can tribute my opponent's monsters as if I control it. At the end phase, it is a mandatory effect that for whoever's turn it is that monsters are tributed, you get a torment token at the end phase for every time you tribute. So if I tribute 3 times on my turn, I get 3 tokens at the end. If I tribute 2 of your monsters on your 2 monsters on your turn, you get 2 tokens. But it's whoever's turn player gets the tokens, and it is a mandatory effect that cannot be skipped or missed. That actually mattered a lot. Pot of Extravagance. Everybody know what it does. If I could put Prosperities in here, I would. Lair helps me break boards, and this is not responsible because
Had to be a
with
layer in this pile.
Yep, Lair is always gonna make everything dark, and even then, I had to go against a Flunderese player, Garunix. With this, he couldn't respond, and he didn't have the barrier statue, so I just special summoned a monster to out his board. Mystic Mine, because it shows up. Going second, this shows up. I side into more for the same reason. I am running. Here are the branded cards that I search for either Lubellion or I just open them up. And this puts in so much work because
cards.
it helps you draw cards, but the wonderful thing is I actually went up against a matchup that he didn't run darks or lights in his deck. I put my own stuff back. I banished my own Lair of Darkness to get out my Bystials, to put them back to draw a card.
Yep.
So this just gains, it's just like a pop. And because I believe...
You tribute a dragon.
Yeah, well this also tributes a
Yep.
dragon, which will also trigger Darkness Diablos as well.
Yep.
So any tributing will do it. And now for the heavy back row hate, IDP. I have actually stolen people's monsters and not banished anything to kill them for a game.
Yep.
This is just a card that just makes a lot of people angry. Trap Trick, Metaverse, these two. I actually run very few multiples. I just want Trap Tricks because it can either get it off Lilith or the Heavenly Prisons. And for the targets for the Trap Trick, pretty much Eradicator, Spells and Traps. I call them. Again, they fit tribute a dark monster with 2500 attack or more. All of the Bystials. I don't have to wait for my opponent to bring out a dark monster under Lair of Darkness. I can just tribute my own. And then use the once per turn Lair to tribute with something else. Which would be the something else. A dark monster with 2000 or more defense. This is a tribute of dark, 2000 more defense. Look at your opponent's hand. Same thing with the Eradicator, other than calling spells and traps, is every monster with 1500 or less defense. So that is on the field, in your opponent's hand, and the next 2 times they would draw if you activate this on your opponent's turn. So that's actually won me a game for just blowing out stuff.
And you said Deck Debbie was on your side, right?
It is, and we can go to the side. It's pretty standard when it comes to side. It's pretty much for the
Board breaker.
These are just extra heavy, just hate people.
You deburied me earlier, yep.
Yep. So
Storm Dusher was okay?
it came up once.
Back row deck.
Yep. Someone played Mystic Mine on me.
Oh, okay.
So
So you have a trap trick out to...
yep. So a trap trick out. These are my trap trick targets. That's the only reason I run one, because if I don't see them, I'll trap trick them out.
Yep. Because you can
Again-
reveal trap trick in 2 copies of the other card.
Exactly. The Mystic Mine, of course. This just breaks stuff. This just makes people hate me. And this, of course, out for back row. I had to destroy Flundery's map just so I could pop off.
Yeah. He'll probably be an argument to main deck that skill drain.
I did. I took it out.
Oh, yeah. You tried it out. He's traveled both ways. Into the extra
The
deck
extra deck,
and turn them things around.
up
Wallow.
to Wallows. My generic stuff, Wallow, it just puts in work against 2 Bestials. It's just, this is literally for the tier limits. If I can get this out, it destroys.
Did you protect your Mystic Mine?
I have done it twice. And actually, strangely enough, under Lair of Darkness, I can tribute your monster to protect my Lair, which is hilarious. Of course, because this doesn't care about tokens. This doesn't care. This doesn't care.
So he's using the tokens to link.
There's and this. So if it ever gets back to my turn and I have a whole bunch of tokens, generic 2s kind of are the wave. So
Spicy.
everything. Honestly, this has never come up.
It's only for Avermax, really.
Pretty much.
That's what I use it. That's what I use it for.
And of course, to round it all out, it will be the Grunix, Mud, and all my fusion targets. People question why I don't run 2 of these or whatever. So I can fit this, this, and this.
Oh yeah, they're all good. Especially since you're playing Lair.
Yes. So this out other people or just out my stuff.
Should probably seems busted in this deck.
Yes, it is. And also this right here, these 2 right here, I have yet to pull these off. But him on the field and any of these coming in afterwards, if there's any predator counters, these become broken. Because this just
That's a lot of hate.
yeah, it is a lot of hate. This one, his effect is let's see, it gains attack equal to the total original attack of all other monsters that on the field with predator counters on it. So he just becomes big if there's any counter on the field, any predator counter. Also, he can once per turn, I believe, negate if your opponent special summon a monster from their deck while you control this fusion summon card. Quick effect, negate the summon and destroy it. That's just his on-field effect.
Yep.
As long as he's fusion summoned, I can just negate anything you special summon.
Critter Plant Triff.
There you go. And also his secondary effect, if there's any predator counters on the field, controls a monster with predator counters, you can special summon this card from your grave in defense. So he just comes back. This one dark fusion, 1 fusion. It's always a predator count.
And that's really easy to summon.
Yeah, this is just his effect is conditional to having predator counters on the field to do his negates, but he is a 3,600 beater. under skill drain.
Yep.
So that's pretty much what the deck is now.
Appreciate the profile, Vic, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.